Hey guys, in this video I want to debunk Hi-Fi ASMR's favorite true wireless earphone, the Samsung Galaxy Buds Pro. I'm currently in the ANC mode and the background hiss is pretty low, especially compared to something like the Unique Melody Useway, which I reviewed somewhat recently, so that's quite good. And we switch to the ambient mode and it definitely increases the background noise and I can hear my voice more clearly, but there's some artifacting. Although the latency in the transparency mode is quite good, so there's quite a bit of engineering that went into this, as you can expect from Samsung, a company with hundreds of billions of dollars. But yeah, the transparency mode adds a lot of background noise, so it's not really that good, and I don't think it really perceptibly increases the soundstage. The shells themselves are really annoying. Like, you can constantly feel these huge chunky shells in your ears. Let me just switch back to ANC mode. Versus with the AKG EO-IG955 with SpinFit W1 Eartips, I put these in my ear, and the only thing that's actually contacting my ear is the SpinFit W1 Eartip, the super flexible ear tip. So what this results in is, with the SpinFit W1 Eartip and AKG EO-IG955, it practically feels like there's nothing in my ear, versus on the left, it's like I have this huge structure just, attacking my concha is what it feels like. And it's just so much more comfortable with the AKG EO-IG955 with SpinFit W1 ear tips. And it's going to be the same story with the PEQdB. The shell is just way too big. And because I'm using these either in ANC mode or transparency mode, there's no occlusion effect, so that's a good thing. I don't think you can go into the passive mode on iOS or macOS, but anyway, like if I was to use this in the passive mode, there would be higher occlusion effect, but I don't think there's really any point to, because the ANC mode doesn't really have any audible background noise of any significance. Now, looking at the magnitude responses of the left and right units of the Samsung Galaxy Buds Pro, you can see that the right unit is a lot louder than the left unit across pretty much the entire frequency range. And what this results in is everything is just biased to the right side a little bit. And you might think that because these are a bit more expensive than the AKG EO-IG955s that Samsung would do perfect quality control, but it's really just not the case. Like 1 dB across the entire range is pretty significant and audible for most people. But we get into the treble, and after 8 kilohertz there's a huge dip, and then there's a huge peak at like 13 kilohertz, and what this results in is a clear lack of detail in the treble, but also quite a bit of harshness. Like, I listened to the song Lost Word by DJ Sakine, and at 231 there's just so much harshness in the high frequencies. It's like, it's piercing actually. Like, you're just hearing this 13 kilohertz stabbing peak, and there's a clear lack of information between 8 kilohertz and this 13 kilohertz stabbing peak. And all this mud is adding a ton of masking to the mid-range, not letting you really hear what's going on in the mix. And again, everything is slightly biased to the right side for no real reason. I mean, these don't sound horrible by any means, but there's just a clear lack of detail 100%. Now switch to the AKG EO-IG955s with SpinFit W1 Eartips calibrated to the PEQdB Diamond target curve. Let's listen to this same passage again. It's like there's so much more detail in the treble without there being any harshness. It's like the entire range is so much more three-dimensional and expansive, and I think like the comfort of these is a major factor in it. And I don't think that the occlusion effect added on these is that significant. It's quite low in terms of occlusion effect compared to other passive earphone designs, but I can hear my voice more clearly, at least compared to the ANC mode in this, so maybe in that sense it's adding a bit to the soundstage. I don't know. And the imaging is much more precise because, again, like left and right units are perfectly matched. And like, oh my god, when the bass hits, it's like you can hear everything in the mix. It's like there's so much more clarity in the high frequencies with these calibrated to the PEQdB Diamond target with SpinFit W1 Eartips than anything that the Samsung Galaxy Buds Pro can provide. In listening to my vocal recordings with the AKG EO-IG955 with SpinFit W1 Eartips, my voice sounds a lot more natural and realistic, like I'm in the environment. It's more three-dimensional. Switching to the Galaxy Buds Pro, quite a bit more noise isolation. Yeah, I mean, my voice definitely just sounds a lot muddier than it should in reality, or does in reality. Like, I'm hearing all kinds of like artifacting in the low frequencies, the low mid region, which is just not present in reality. Yeah, and after like 8 kilohertz, I can't hear the higher frequencies in my voice as clearly as they are in reality, the s, the t's. Yeah, there's just a clear lack of detail. Okay, let's listen to another song, again, Panel Right by DJ Sakine and Stereoliner. The bass hits hard, but It's like they're trying to add this huge 13 kilohertz peak to compensate for how much mud there is in the response, which works in some tracks kind of, but like at 240, 250 in the song, like we're getting into a more complex section and there's just not enough separation between the different elements in the mix, and like the high frequencies are just not authentic sounding. Like there was a clear gap in the response between the resonance peak at around 8 kilohertz and this huge peak at 13 kilohertz, and you can hear like the harshness at 13 kilohertz as like the primary element in the treble, really. Like it doesn't sound bad by any means, but it's just not on the level of the AKG EO-IG955 with SpinFit W1 Eartips, calibrated to the PEQdB Diamond target curve. Like, it's like this is perfect audio. Like the treble resolution is like 1 million times better than what I'm getting with these. Like just looking at the response of this AKG earphones calibrated to the PEQdB Diamond target, like, I mean, I guess both of these are AKG earphones, but these are the AKG EO-IG955s. Like there's no gap in the response between like 8 kilohertz and 13 kilohertz. The response just extends in the treble and you can hear all the details. Like the drivers in these are better than whatever's in the Galaxy Buds Pro. Like this huge hole in the treble is completely killing the detail, versus with these earphones, I can hear everything with so much more clarity. And there's no harshness either. And the comfort with these is way better than the Galaxy Buds Pro. It feels like there's nothing in my ear, versus with these, again, like I can feel the earphone, like, you know, touching my concha. It just does not feel high quality at all. Versus with these, it's like literally like there's nothing there almost. That's how good the fit of the AKG EO-IG955 with SpinFit W1 Eartips are. Let's listen to one more song, maybe In the Dark, DJ Sakeen mix. There's just no detail compared to a calibrated pair of AKG EO-IG955s with SpinFit W1 Eartips. It's like, what am I even listening to? I just can't hear the detail in the mix. Like I cannot ascend. Like I don't want to roll my eyes back listening to this music on the Galaxy Buds Pro. Like I'm just hearing harshness at 13 kilohertz, no detail between 8 kilohertz and 13 kilohertz, a ton of mud masking the mid-range detail. Like this is just low fidelity stuff. Let's listen to the extended mix actually. Yeah, the comfort of these is honestly a huge issue. Like it's just so huge in my ear. Audio is biased to the right side. So much detail missing in the treble. Mud masking the mid-range detail. There's just clear harshness at 13 kilohertz caused by this huge peak in the high frequencies. There's no detail at all to be found in the upper treble. This is just a complete joke. Yeah, this is just on a completely different level. Like perceptibly, the bass is just hitting way harder. It feels like there's nothing in my ear practically again. There's so much more detail in the treble, it's ridiculous. Yeah, Hi-Fi ASMR is just a complete idiot, honestly. He's not even like tried the SpinFit W1 Eartips with the AKG EO-IG955s. He doesn't even have a measurement device to confirm that any of these measurements he's seeing for his units are real. The guy's just a complete clown.